My niggas ain't going for none of that. And I'm going to the top, I ain't coming back. I went over a house with a 30 clip. I done murder shit with a honey pack. I'm the type of go around with a honey rack. Where my dummies at? Where the money at? She know that she good when I double back. When I hit from the bitch, she be loving that. Where his body at? Where the party at? Probably in the vet. I'm with all of that. I'm collecting rap until I'm sitting back. I can post my life up on the internet. And I Glock around and I ride around with a lot of pain. So I ain't got rap. I be in the kitchen, they be dirty dishes. And we keep it dripping with the knives at. Glock 27 is a compact. I just call up public with the bombs at. It's like 50,000 on my necklace, another 100,000 with my arms at.
What's good, y'all? Buckle up, coming through on a quick drop. So I must say that yesterday on BF Bar for the Bone on his live show, I have to say that I was highly impressed with so many of what he called the trolls, and the guy who he called I don't think he called him Renzo or something like that. Yeah, you were saying absolutely good shit. No matter how much he try to come back and try to soften you up with the king shit, he say, "King, what you talking about, King?" When y'all say something, somebody that's cool with him, right? When they say something that's a factual situation, he say, "King, what you talking about, King? Come on, King." That's how he try to butter you up, right? And try to keep talking to make you try to say some other shit. But no, you supposed to still stand on what you said, no matter how much you say, "Come on, King," and all that old fake ass shit that he be doing, right? So the niggas was trying to tell him yesterday, first of all, I'm going to tell y'all some false ass information. I'm going to tell you the biggest false fucking information he told you. He told you when he signed the contract, to fight Earl Spence, he did not sign on the contract that the winner of the fight after they fight Earl Spence would fight the mandatory. He did not. That's not in the contract. He can't show you the contract. He didn't see the contract, and that's not in the contract. All that's cat. A whole motherfucking platter full of cat. You do not sign that you're gonna fight no motherfucking mandatory when your fight is over, especially if you want to go to the next division. If you clean out your division, or you fight and get undisputed at your division, and you want to challenge yourself by going to the next division, that's the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge is going to the next division, not fighting the mandatory. Not fighting the mandatory. That's a good fight. If you fight the mandatory, you get your props. Anybody that fights a mandatory, yes, you get your props. If you fight somebody that they call the mandatory, if you stay there and you going to defend your belts, you stand in that division and you plan on defending belts, then yes, the first person you should be fighting is your mandatory. That is true. All right? But if you leaving a division, if you plan on going to the next division up after you complete undisputed, like Bud did at 140, when Bud completed undisputed at 140, he wanted to go straight to 147. So all that he ducked somebody at, when he tell you that he ducked somebody who was supposed to be a mandatory at 140, no the fuck he didn't. No the fuck he didn't. And y'all are absolutely correct. Never look at that as a duck. And like the person said, like I think Renzo said, the word duck is being thrown around and used way too much in the wrong ways. Just because you know the word duck, you're using it for everything. You're 1,000% absolutely correct. Yes, he do. Yes, the goofy motherfucker does. All because he know the word. That's all. He learned the word duck and he used it in all situations. He don't know what the fuck he talking about at all. Like I always tell y'all. Nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about at all. Of course it's not a duck if you planning on going to the next division. If you planning on going to the next division and you just go to the next division without fighting whoever the mandatory is, then that's cool. That's like Devin when he won the belt at 140. Whoever the mandatory for that belt was, he didn't have to fight them. After he beat Regis, he didn't have to fight whoever the mandatory for that belt was. Only reason that Devin got caught up in being called a duck at 135 is because he didn't wait for Shakur to see if Shakur could get some more money. That's the only reason. Had Devin just left 135 and just went to 140, he wouldn't be a duck. It wouldn't be nobody would be. It wouldn't be a duck for nobody. Only reason he got caught up in the duck sauce is because he tried to fake like he wanted to stay there and give a fake offer and then not wait to see if the man could get the money he was entitled to get. Shakur was entitled to get 30% at the least. So hold up and let me see if I can get my motherfucking 30% at the least. That's why Devin got tied up in being called a duck. Because he didn't want to wait to see if Shakur could get the money. That's the only reason. But if you leave the division and don't fight a mandatory, but you go into the next division to try to be a champion at the next division or go undisputed at the next division, that's a bigger challenge. Goofy. Fuck is you talking about? That's far from a duck. And furthermore, like they told y'all, I love saying that in the comments. Y'all must be listening. Y'all paying attention. Right. Motherfuckers bought up, like you said. We seen $1 million worth of game. And I see him going crazy on there. You Bud fans are the worst fans next to Tank. Soon as y'all make a factual statement, you Bud fans are the worst fans next to the Tank fans. Because y'all told him some real shit. They went on $1 million worth of game. And Wallow told Bud, what? Don't make me call Boots now. I got the number right here. That's my guy now. You know all us from Philly. That's a Philly guy. Come on now, bud. I'll call him. And what he do in front of all of us? Fuck what this bark for the bone, goofy ass, lame nigga say out his mouth. What he do in front of us? He called Boots on the motherfucking phone. And Boots himself confirmed he didn't take the fight. That's all we need. We don't need to hear shit else. Nothing else. Fuck what you got to say. What you got to say holds no weight at all over what Boots already said. All right? Yeah. Boots said that live on that motherfucking man show when they called him on the phone. He didn't take the fight. That's it. So for Bud to go undisputed against Earl Spence and then go to 154, there's nothing wrong with that at all. That's going to the next challenge. That's why when he went to 154, his knockout stopped. He ain't get the same knockout like he did when he did how he did at 147. Because keep in mind, y'all, just for those that don't know, Bud had all knockouts at 147. Every fight that Bud had at 147, from his first fight to his last fight, was a knockout or a stoppage. Yeah. Yeah. Boots don't even have that at 147. Boots don't even have that type of recognition at 147. Everybody he fought, he stopped. You know what I'm saying? Boots are great in my eyesight from the eye test. Because we all have the eye test, and some of us have good eye tests. Some of us have fucked up eye tests, like BFTB got a fucked up eye test. He think Wilder boxed like Ali. And then guess what he gonna try to throw in there in the show yesterday? Guess what he tried to slip in? But y'all want to say, y'all want to say AJ duck Wilder. But y'all gonna say AJ duck Wilder. We ain't never say no motherfucking AJ duck Wilder. He tried to trick bag niggas. He tried to get in the middle of that conversation with with Bud and them, and he gonna say, slip in, but y'all was saying AJ duck Wilder. No, you was saying AJ duck Wilder. Fuck is you trying to slip that in there, motherfucker? You was saying AJ duck Wilder. We already know Wilder duck AJ. We know Wilder turned down the 12.5, then the 15 mil, then a 120 mil deal to fight AJ. Yeah, we already know what Wilder turned down. That's already been established that Wilder ducked AJ. Nobody was ever saying AJ ducked Wilder but you and your squad. Don't be talking about no motherfucking y'all was saying no motherfucking AJ was ducking Wilder. No, the fuck we wasn't. We ain't never say that shit. Wilder ducked AJ. Yeah, AJ had the 3 belts. AJ was the A side. And the B side, Wilder decided not the PBC decided not to send him over to the UK to go get the other 3 belts and become undisputed and bring them back home for 12.5 mil. Yeah, off the rip. Shit, they go crazy about if a motherfucker turn down nowadays. Let them hear any fighter turning down $5 million, $6 million, $7 million, shit like that. These niggas lose their motherfucking mind. And Wilder turned down 12.5 mil. Yeah, fuck is you talking about? Bud ain't have to fight no motherfucking Boots if he chose to go to 154 and go at Madrimov to take his belt and become a champion at 154 like the fuck he did. That was a better fight than Boots. Fuck fighting Boots, I'm going to fight another champion in the next division. Fuck is you talking about? Yeah. Boots ducked Bud back when he ducked him. Like he said, on $1 million worth of game. So shut the fuck up about Boots and Bud. Talking about, what fight do y'all miss? Y'all wish y'all could have seen Boots in. Could have seen Bud in. I wish it could have been Boots and Bud. Well, some of us wish it would have happened when Bud asked his ass did he want to fight. Like he said on the phone on $1 million worth of game. He should have took the fight right then and there. So talk to Boots about that, you goofy ass, dummy ass nigga. Talk to Boots about that. Bud moved on to bigger shit. Boots still trying to get his motherfucking engine running. Boots ain't even done shit yet. Boots still trying to get out the gate and get his career, get shit popping and get something popping that's motherfuckers can talk about. Because that last fight, we already know he was supposed to do that. So yeah, Boots got a lot of shit he got to do. So bottom line is, Bud never ducked Boots. Bud never ducked nothing throughout his whole career. Big ups to Bud. I know he retiring. And if he do retire right now, if Bud is retiring, I'm totally satisfied with everything you gave me in your career. And one other thing, don't let him keep slipping in, Bud is the greatest of this era. Bud is the greatest of all time. Yeah. Bud is the greatest of all time at this point. Bud has become our new GOAT. Bud is that new GOAT. Yeah. He's that new GOAT. Right there, sitting beside Muhammad Ali. You motherfucking right. Right there, sitting in the lights. Muhammad Ali laying beside, looking over on the side, and he looking at Ali, both of them giving each other the thumbs up. He right there looking over at Ali, giving him the thumbs up, and Ali giving him the thumbs up. Yeah. But right there. He's with that greatest of all time talk. He at least in that top 5, top 10. Yeah, he's in that talk. Greatest of all time. Fuck this era shit. That's some undercover hating shit he tried to throw at y'all. Greatest of all time for Bud. And he never ducked Boots. Boots ducked Bud. He had his chance. See y'all on the Get Back.